In the energy sector, taking a look at the August crude oil contract, which has gone down now for 2 straight sessions. Matter of fact, the high today was a gap lower by about 23 basis points, so almost 0.25%. 72.96 was the high today, so we gave up the 73 handle entirely. Yesterday we settled at about 73.13 and ended up settling below 72 today, down about 2%, a little bit more than 2% on the close. And on the low today, down 2.24% at 71.49. Now, crude is testing support as it drops for a second straight day, but crude is also working on its second straight week lower, and trading activity is picking up, as evidenced by the volume in the new CME micro crude contract, which has traded more than 50,000 contracts since launch, making it the most successful commodity product launch in the CME Group's history. That's according to a press release by the CME Group. So pretty impressive volume, especially in those new micro contracts, which I like a lot personally. Anyway, supply concerns are part of it. Reports have emerged that Saudi Arabia and the UAE have resolved their nearly 2-week-long standoff on baseline production levels that was blocking the unanimous OPEC plus supply deal. And that's a supply deal to increase supply and pull back on those production curbs, those production cuts that it feels like we've been talking about for 3 or 4 years now. They've been in place for quite some time, and they started to have an effect. But of course, if you're going to add supply, it's going to be a little bit of profit taking, and that's likely what we've seen. Now, on the demand side, OPEC also released their monthly crude oil market report today, and they bumped up their demand forecast for 2022 and 2023. Interesting, because their report generally leads toward giving bullish news, but it's probably a good time to release the sort of leaks that OPEC and Saudi Arabia and the UAE may have resolved their little standoff there, because they're also releasing their market report, which shows increased demand prospects for the coming year and a half, 2 years.